I bet you didn't know there is an override power in the Canadian Constitution that can suppress your rights. Before you exit your screen thinking this is another fake news piece, let's take a look at Bill 21. In June 2019, Quebec enacted Bill 21, known as the Secularism Law, or the Religious Symbols Ban. This bill places a ban on wearing religious symbols for public employees in positions of authority, for example, teachers, police officers, and lawyers. You may be wondering how the Quebec government was able to do this, since it seems to violate one's freedom of religion and religious expression. That's a good question. It does violate one's rights under the Constitution, yet it is still completely legal because of something called the Notwithstanding Clause. Well then, what exactly is the Notwithstanding Clause, and what does it allow the government to do? The Notwithstanding Clause, sometimes referred to as the override power, belongs to Section 33 of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. This clause has the power to allow federal and provincial governments to override the fundamental freedoms, legal rights, and equality rights outlined in the Charter for a maximum of 5 years. After that, it must be voted on again for renewal. Well then, you may be thinking, why is this even in the Charter? That's a good question. There are actually two primary reasons. First, some provinces raise concerns about their ability to maintain control of their jurisdiction should they disagree with the ruling of a court. Second, it was included to make sure that parliamentary supremacy was upheld. In the words of then Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau, the clause is meant to ensure that the last word is held by the elected representatives of the people, rather than by the courts. So does this mean that government can do whatever they want with our rights? It may seem so, but it is actually rarely used because of the public backlash that arises when provinces apply it. To help you understand what this means, here's a list of the handful of times the Notwithstanding Clause has been used. As you can see, there have been large gaps in between each use. A bill using the clause has never been renewed after the 5-year mark. However, one has been remodified to no longer require the use of the clause. This was Quebec's Language Rights Bill. Now that you know about the override power, let's get back to our original case. Although we originally thought that Bill 21 illegally violated the rights of Quebecers, we now understand that the Notwithstanding Clause was applied to override fundamental freedoms and equality rights. But keep in mind that this bill is limited to 5 years, where it will require renewal in 2024. Now that you have a general understanding of the Notwithstanding Clause, here are some things to think about. Is there a reason why a bill invoking the clause has yet to be renewed? And are rights actually rights if they can be overridden?